I'm Dr. George Flynn, and you're watching In-Depth TV. Today we're going to speak about something, you and me, we're just going to talk about it, that's going to change the way you look at so many different things. Now, if you like, you might get someone else to come in and watch this. You might call someone up, tell them they need to be watching this, because this is a perspective change that is a minor change in the way you do things that produces a major change in the outcome. It's a minor change that produces a major change. It focuses narrowly and develops broad results. You say, what could this be? Well, it's affirmations. Now, I say that, but it is affirmations. And we all have heard about affirmations, how you put things up on the mirror and you may say, I'm successful, I'm this, I'm that, I'm 50 pounds less, or I'm a multi-billionaire. These are affirmations. Well, affirmations are good, sort of, but not totally effective. Because the first thing that your brain tells you, you say, I just made, let's pick something easy. I'm going to make $1,000 today. First thing your brain says is, no, you're not. And all of a sudden, you've got this argument going on in your head. You've said something to yourself. Yourself has said something back to yourself. And all of a sudden, you've got this internal conflict going on. And you don't know why things are confusing. Well, they are confusing because this argument's going on in your head. It's two different people almost in there. One saying one thing and one saying, I don't believe you. And the other one say, well, you got to believe me. And the way most people say it is, if you tell yourself something often enough, then you'll begin to believe it. And then you'll begin to achieve it. Well, let's play a trick. Let's play a trick on the brain. We're going to do affirmations in a different way that will bring what you want into your life, not just this creating this argument going on. And we want affirmations to work for you, not against you. And there are books and books about this, and there are a couple of different methods that will work for anybody. Because if you can believe it, they say you can achieve it. If you can believe it and feel it, and if you can believe what you're saying, you can achieve it. Say, I'm happy today. Well, if you say that, you sort of need to believe that you're a happy person. And then you'll start to look for reasons to be happy. Well, is it the same thing to say this? And here's where the entire paradigm, I don't like that word actually, but here's where the entire shift takes place. And this is the big gift to you. And I'll call it the gift shift. I know it rhymes a little bit, but it'll help you remember it. And you're going to say these things. I know you are. You're going to say, I'm happy today. I'm happy today. I'm happy. And you say it 100 times, and your other part of your brain says, well, I'm really not that happy today. I'm going to argue with you. I don't think I'm that happy today. Here's the trick, the gift shift. It's the same thing as saying, but totally different. Why am I so happy today? Oh, wait a minute. You know, if you say, why am I so happy today, rather than if you say I'm happy today, what happens, remember? Your brain goes into negative mode. Well, you're really not that happy. But if you ask yourself a question, the shift, why am I so happy today? And then your brain says, well, let me see why you're happy. And then it gives you reasons. You come up with reasons for you to be happy. You know, there are all kind of methods out there, and the subconscious mind responds to questions much better than it does to statements. If you get a statement, you know, if I hear a statement, if most people hear a statement like, I'm just going to pick something, all red cars run well. Well, the first thing you do is you say, well, I once had a red car and didn't run very well at all. You argue with it. A statement, you can either say, okay, I believe it. You give up and believe it, or you can argue with it. Most people will argue with a statement saying, well, I know better than that. But the change in this way of asking yourself, why am I happy today? It's life-changing. It's the gift shift. Instead of saying, why am I feeling so good today? Most people say, I'm feeling good today. I feel great. I feel great. I feel terrific. Say, why am I feeling so good today? Why am I feeling so great? Why do I feel terrific? And even though you may at first say, I don't know why, but notice, you've said, I don't know why. You've not said, I don't feel terrific. I don't feel great. You know, I'm happy. I'm healthy. I feel great. That's good. It's better than saying I feel terrible. But if you say, why am I so happy? Why am I so healthy? And why do I feel so great? You've asked yourself that question. And what happens? Your mind automatically begins to search for answers. Have you ever watched a quiz show and they ask the contestant questions? And what do you normally do? You answer the questions too. Anytime we hear questions, we tend to ask the questions in our own head and give ourselves answers. And the best thing to do is answer it before the contestant on TV does, and you say, oh, I could do that. Well, there are a couple of different kinds of questions. Now this, remember, we have shifted everything the way we're talking to ourselves. But there are questions that help us and questions that don't help so much. The ones that don't help so much are in the negative. And one of those questions is, why do I feel so bad today? Why do I feel so bad? And we'll answer, well, you didn't get enough sleep. Well, you had a little too much to eat last night. Oh, you ate the wrong foods. Oh, you had too many calories. Oh, you did this. You come up, oh, I didn't exercise. You'll come up with all kind of reasons. Or, why can't I get the things I want? Why am I so fat? Asking these negative questions, what do you get? Negative results. You know, it's just negative begets the negative. But here's the trick. The questions that help you can help you just as much, or maybe even more, than the negative questions. They cause you to focus on the positive, the good things happening in your life. The only answers to these helpful questions are answers or experiences that produce feelings. They're all going to produce feelings. These feelings of self-esteem, positive self-image. Empowering questions or good questions or healthy questions lead to answers that tell the truth about who you really are. The purpose is to change your questions that are negative into questions that are positive. Now, let's see. Let's have a few more examples. Something that would not be helpful is, why am I so lonely? Why am I a lonely man or a lonely woman? What's wrong with me? Why am I so lonely? That's very negative. Your mind comes up with all of these reasons. This is why you're lonely. And the question that can help is, why am I so popular? What am I doing? Is it the way I'm dressing? Is it the way I'm walking? Is it the way I'm talking with people? Is it the way what's happening? Why am I so popular all of a sudden? That's the empowering question. Those are the questions I want you to ask yourself. Hurtful question. Why am I such an ugly person? Why? I don't comb my hair right? I don't do this or what? Why? But you can ask that question, why am I so handsome? Why am I so pretty? What is it that I'm doing that's making me so handsome and pretty? Now, your mind is going to come up with the answers. You need to be aware of the kind of questions you're asking. You're going to ask yourself questions every day. You're going to ask them. Why not ask the good questions, the ones that are helpful, the ones that empower you, the ones that make you feel better? Why not do that? So we've gone from just saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm so great, I'm so smart. You keep telling yourself, I'm so smart, and then your brain comes in and says, you're not that smart, you made that mistake, you made that mistake, you made that huge error, you lost money here, you did this. Or you could say, why am I so smart? Why am I so brilliant? What have I done to deserve this being so smart and brilliant? Then you're ready. Then that is the key to it. You're asking yourself the right questions, and you're asking it in the right way. So remember to ask yourself questions. Don't just give yourself statements, but ask the questions that are helpful. And you practice this day after day, and it won't take long. I'm telling you, it will be very interesting what happens to you in 7 days if you do that. And I think you'll be very surprised. You'll be so successful, you'll wonder why you didn't do this in the beginning. And that's the key to it. Ask yourself these questions, ask them in the right manner, and you're going to have amazing changes in your life rapidly. I'm Dr. George Flynn. You've been watching In-Depth TV. Thank you for